Hi, this is Eric Young. I'm the teacher, professor for COMM 1270, Critical Thinking and Communication, doing this online for summer of 2016 summer semester. And what this is an orientation video to get you oriented to the class blog and how that works, because everything is really going to be centered around this blog. I don't use Canvas, okay? It's important that everybody understands that. I don't use Canvas for lots of reasons, none of which I'm going to go into here. Just know that this is always up. It's always accessible. You don't need to go through a security check every time you want to go through and see what's going on. And it allows me to see who's doing what and where over the course of the semester on the blog. So everything really is located here, and I wanted to give you just a quick overview of how this all works that way. So right now you're seeing the landing page of the blog, and the address for that is right here at the top, comm1270online.blogspot.com. And over the course of this video, there's a little info icon that comes up here. You can click on that at any time, and that will take you directly to the blog itself. Okay, there's a link embedded into that, and it'll take you right out to the blog. Probably ought to wait until the video is over before you do that, so you have information going in to take a look at the blog or at the website. Okay, so but that's where you find it, comm1270online.blogspot.com. And here's how you find a bunch of other stuff that's involved in this. First off, when the blog comes up, it always defaults to its home page. And the last thing that I have posted typically is what will come up on the homepage here. So here, the danger of critical thinking video is the last thing that I posted, and this is going to change over the course of the semester as I post new material for you to take a look at. Okay. One of the first things you probably ought to do is go through and put your email address into this and click on submit. That will then allow you to follow this via email. So anytime I do make a change, you are alerted to that via email. So you want to subscribe to this, all right? So you're up to date on what's going on. The main page is broken down into two main columns. The left side over here is where the main content is, and the right side over here is where some more navigation tools are. At the very top are the rubrics that I've set up for the class. And if you click on the video, what's a rubric? There is a video that goes through and explains to you.
If you're new to the higher education process, new to college, or going to university,
what a rubric is. All right, so hopefully that'll answer some other questions for you. The rest of these are directly linked to those rubrics for each activity that I have set up for the class. Discussion posts, line of reasoning on the media, first constructive, and so on. Okay. Right below that are student posts. There's nothing there yet because you haven't created your blogs, and that's your first assignment for this class, is to go in and create a blog that I can then go through and blog roll onto this one. And that's where I will see the work that you do, and other students will see the work that you do as well. Okay, grades will not be posted there. I use rubrics and I apply them to your activities and the assignments that you do. And then once I have them filled out, I email them to you directly to preserve FERPA regulations that way. So nobody knows what your grade is. But every assignment that we have in here is hopefully will encourage some discussion, and that will happen on your blog post. Don't know how to make a blog? Never done it? If you go over here to tutorials, click on that. There are a number of tutorial videos here on how to go through and do a lot of the activities that are involved in the class. Not the least of which is this one here, creating a blog on blogger.com. Click on that, and it'll take you step by step through everything you need to know on how to go through and create your blog. And if that doesn't work, get a hold of me, and I'll be happy to go through and talk you through it. Okay. Let's see, continuing over here on the right-hand side, I'm going to post some stuff worth taking a look at over the course of the semester. There's going to be a lot, being a campaign season and being one of the craziest campaign seasons of this country's history. So there's a lot there that we'll be talking about. I also have other sources outside of this blog and outside of the reading material that I have for this as well that we'll be using on a regular basis. Again, all of these are hot links. Click on it, and it'll take you right out to that site. All right. We'll be using on the media a lot as we talk about things having to do with critical thinking and argumentation in the media, especially in social media. Here is a search field. So if you have a word that you want to search the blog for, you can enter that and click on search, and it'll go through and search what's going on to help you perhaps supplement your notes. And then what follows after that is the blog archive for this. And so far, this is everything that I posted in creating this site. And this will be updated as we go along as well. Okay. So as far as the main content on the main screen, wherever you might be while you're navigating that, your content information is over here and navigation information is over here on the right-hand side. Okay. Well, let me go to the syllabus here. I'm going to click on that. The syllabus pops up. And in here, we get into a description of the course. We get into the desired outcomes that I want from this course. Here is the required text for this. It's Logic and Contemporary Rhetoric, the Use of Reason in Everyday Life by Cavender and COMM. So you need to pick that up as well. Below that is the item pool for each item that we'll be doing, each activity that we'll be assigning throughout the semester. And if you notice as I roll over these, as I click on them, the rubric is attached there as well. So there are a number of places for you to find the rubric that goes through and explains what's going on. Take a look at the video that explains rubrics, and hopefully that'll answer your question as to what those are all about. I won't do that right here. I'm trying to keep this not incredibly long. Scroll down farther and you'll get into policies and resources, just your typical syllabus stuff that's set up there. The schedule is under summer 2016 schedule. That's convenient. And again, as I go through and post new materials, the links will be here for that. Each week will be separated into basically two different activities, what we'll be watching for that week and what you'll be commenting on, and the read area. And I guess maybe the main area is the discussion posts or the assignments that are for that given week as well. Okay. I won't go into discussion posts. You need to click on that and read about it, what's going on. I'll probably have an orientation video to that as well. But this is something that happens every week. It takes place in our class discussions, basically. We'll go through and take a look at different topics, the first one being civil rights. The following week, we'll get into democracy, justice, the economy, climate change, healthcare, religion, and education on the last week. So you'll need to get familiar with what's happening there. All right, I think there is a video on that. If not, I'll make sure that there's one out there. And then we get into some notes, the line of reasoning, ways we reason, ways we fail. I'll be updating this material. And then the book and what I will be looking for from you to understand from that. Here's some other links that I've written for my other 1270 class that I'll be revamping for this one as it goes. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what that looks like, okay? I'm still working on the schedule as of this orientation video, but I wanted to get that out there. You already know where the tutorials are here, and there'll be a few more pop up as we get into some specific skills that you'll need for the class in terms of online content and producing that and sharing that. Lastly, this is where you can find me. I've set up a couple of things here. One is an independent email address. So all email correspondence for this class should be directed to comm1270@gmail.com. If you try to reach me at young@dixie.edu, I'll probably get your email, but take note that it's one of the oldest emails on campus. This is my 21st year of teaching, and I get a lot of garbage coming across that email. So this one's set up specifically for just the students of this class, and that way I make sure I get your direct correspondence, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. My office number is here. I probably won't answer it because I might be out of the office. But if you call it and leave a message, it'll forward your message directly to my iPhone, and I'll be able to get back and get a hold of you when I can. My office is in the Jennings Communication Building, room 113, right next to Rhiannon Bent's office there. And office hours for summer semester, I'll be in there from 3 to 4 p.m., Tuesday through Thursday. Thursdays I might cut out early because I make my commute back up to Salt Lake City. Where I live. I live both in Hurricane and in Salt Lake. So make an appointment with me if you want to meet on Thursday, okay? A couple of blogs here that I keep as well. Also here is an introduction to me and my own standpoint. Maybe you'll find some biases and opinions within that. It's one of the most important skills for you to develop in a class dealing with critical thinking and communication is understanding where your information is coming from. So it's important for you to understand where I'm coming from in teaching this class. And likewise, I might have you do the same thing to do a quick intro video on where you might be coming from as well. All right, so let's see. I think I've covered everything pretty well on this. Make sure that you click on the icon up here. It's going to appear up here someplace to give you direct access to the blog. And we'll start this thing happening on Tuesday, the 31st of May. Okay? See you then.